Hi there, it's Indrani, and today let's have a look at what it means when people say that we are all animal communicators. Are we all animal communicators? Often people come and say that you have this special gift that you can communicate to animals. Is it really that special? Way back in the 1990s, I studied engineering and I got into a job as a technical person, and I had a very fulfilling career. And at that time, if anyone had told me about telepathic animal communication, intuition, I would have laughed. I would not have believed it. But the universe had other things in mind. 4th of April 2010, a day I will not forget ever. Because it was the day I lost Artemis. And what followed was a series of nightmarish days and nights searching for her. And in that moment of desperation, someone told me, why don't you talk to an animal communicator? And I had never heard of animal communication before. But I was desperate and I did reach out. And this animal communicator started giving me information about Artemis that she could not have possibly known. Started describing my environment, the place I was in, the surroundings with such accuracy. And she was geographically in a very different country. It was just not possible for her to know that environment. That was just the start. It was as if this new door had opened up. Rumi says, the wound is the place where the light enters you. And that heartbreaking loss was the start of my journey into animal communication and energy healing. And for me, there was no looking back after that. I would never, ever disbelieve animal communication ever again because I had seen the evidence. There's a lot more awareness around animal communication, a lot more acceptance around animal communication than we had back then. There has also been research done on this. There are institutes like the Institute of Noetic Sciences who have done research on the ability to telepathically connect with another being. They've also done research on remote viewing. Remote viewing is one of the techniques that is used by some animal communicators to get an understanding of your surroundings, even though you may be at a distance, and it is very beneficial for those communicators who work with missing cats and missing dogs. So science is beginning to open up. We are no longer sitting in the box that we were sitting in way back in the 1990s or even early 2010. And we are making progress. There is more and more evidence coming to light. And the biggest evidence of all is all the stories. When you see how animal communication brings about the change in the life of a human and their cat and the dog, you see the light shine in the eyes of the cats, the dogs, the humans, and you see them bonding. The cat who has just been adopted, bonding with a new family, or the dog who has been left in the shelter, opening up, becoming friendly. And you know that animal communication works. That is the biggest success story, and that is the biggest evidence that you will have. Now, this leads us to the next question. Well, animal communication works, that's great. But can I do it? I spent decades doubting. As much as I was interested in animal communication, and as much as every now and then I would get information, I still doubted all of it. So then the question is, can anyone become an animal communicator? Most animal communication teachers will tell you that yes, anyone can become an animal communicator. Because the ability to connect with another being, with your cat or dog, is there in all of us. You are watching this because you love animals and you connect with them. And that is what is needed, that heart-centric open connection with the cat or the dog you're connecting with. And that ability is in all of us. Of course, you have to be someone who really likes animals, which brings me to the next question. While the potential to become an animal communicator is there in all of us, the question is this something that you want to do? Is this something that you want to explore? Just like the ability to run a marathon or be a scientist at NASA is there in all of us. We don't always become a marathon runner, or we don't always end up in NASA. It's not the chosen path. It's not a strength we want to focus on. Maybe our strength lies in something else. So, the question is not, can I be an animal communicator? The question is, do I want to be an animal communicator? If you want to be an animal communicator and you want it with your heart and soul, there is really nothing that can stop you but just yourself. The Heart Math Institute, after considerable research, has published papers on what is called the heart intelligence. This talks about the coherence or the syncing between our heart rhythm, the rhythm of our heart and the rhythm of our brain. When the heart and the brain are in sync, we have coherence. And when we have that heart-brain coherence, and when the heart intelligence is developed, there is greater intuition, there is greater flow of intuitive insights, telepathic connection, and that ability to connect heart to heart with another being. And more research has shown that those who are emotionally more aware, emotionally more intelligent empaths have a greater heart-brain coherence and a heightened sense of intuitive awareness. I sum it up as the 3 C's. Childlike. Be childlike in your willingness to play, to make mistakes, and then get up and play again. So be childlike. Second, be curious. There is so much out there that we have not yet explored, so much out there that science has not even begun to explore. Be curious. See what else is out there. Don't just sit in a box and say that this is all I know and everything out there is just non-existent. And the third thing, connection. You have felt that connection. That is what brings you to this. So to sum it up, the question is not, am I an animal communicator? The questions are, 1, do I want to be an animal communicator? And second, how do I reawaken, remember, and enhance my intuitive abilities to connect with another being? I hope you enjoyed this talk. You found something that was useful for you. If you have gained an insight, do share in the comments. Let us know. I would love to hear from you. And until the next time,